Hello guys, welcome to this new video on Google Colab, and what actually we are going to see in this video is that I will introduce you to Google Colabs and the advantages of using Google Colab over your local Jupyter notebooks, as well as we will see how you can connect the drive to your Google Colab and some basic stuff about Google Colab which is not found in your local Jupyter notebooks. So to get started with Google Colab, you just need to write Google Colab on your Chrome search engine, and on this link you can see that we have this Google Colab screen. And the thing is that Google Colabs are nothing but they are like kind of Jupyter notebooks which are not on your local PC, but instead they run on the Google server. And this is the home screen of your Google Colab. You can see here you get some examples, the recent files that you have. Then you have the Google Drive that is connected. Uh, uh, you can directly load your IPython notebooks from GitHub, and you can also upload files in it. So to get started with Google Colab, you can just read this welcome to collaboratory file, and it will show you some basic stuff with Google Colab. But a better practice is that you go inside your drive. Like in my drive, I have this folder that is Colab notebooks. So I double click on it, and then what I try to do is that create a new file and go on this more option and click on this Google Collaboratory. So what it actually does is that it opens a new notebook for me, and this is just like your Jupyter notebooks, but you can see here that you have the option to connect here. So just click on connect. So as your Google Colab notebook is connected, when you put your cursor here, it shows that it is connected to the Python 3 Google backend engine, and it is running on the CPU. Now the best thing with Google Colab is that if you are working on high level deep learning projects which include APIs like TensorFlow or Keras or PyTorch, so the thing is that you need special GPUs to perform this task speedily. So for that, Google actually provides you with GPU support as well as TPU support. So GPU, as you know, is that it stands for graphical processing unit, whereas TPU stands for tensor processing unit. And to change the setting for that, you need to go inside the notebook settings, and here in the hardware accelerator you can select for the GPU as well as TPU, whichever you like my personal favorite for processing the training data and the testing data, I go for TPU, whereas for creating the model I go for GPU. So that depends on your choice, and there are like various debates on the internet. You will find which one is faster. So both has its own pros and cons, so you can select any one which you wish to. Once it is connected to the GPU, it shows that your Python 3 notebook is connected to the GPU that Google provides, and it has a RAM of around 12.72 GB, and it has a storage of around 68.40 GB. Now the best thing with Google Colab is that most of the high level APIs like TensorFlow and other important libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Keras, PyTorch, whichever just you name, they come pre-installed in your Colab notebook. So if I directly just go and import this files like Pandas, and it also gives you the autocomplete option, and when you just try to run it, so you can see that these libraries all come pre-installed in it. So this is the good thing with Google Colab. Now other thing that I wanted to show you is that sometimes it is possible that you have some storage issue on your local PC and you want to use the data set that is available on your drive. So for that, what you can do is that you can mount your drive onto the Google Colab notebook directly, and for mounting the drive onto the Google Colab directly, you have an option like you need to write two lines of code here. I will write and show you. So Colab import drive, and then you write drive dot mount. So just write these two lines of code and run this thing. So it shows that go to this URL option in the browser. So just click on this option. So what it will do is that it will open this window, and you need to select your own Google account, and just click on this allow option, so that Colab Notebook has the option to go inside your Google Drive and access files and folders from there. So just copy this link, then again go to your drive and just paste the link here and press enter. So now you can see that you get a message that mounted at content.g drive. So when you click on this folder here, now you go inside this G drive option, so you can see that your drive is mounted here, and all the things that were inside my drive, so you can directly get it here. Like I had a dataset folder, and inside that I have some dataset of pet images. So if you want to copy the path, you can directly copy the path here. You can just like directly paste it here inside your pandas data frame or whatever kind of deep learning application you are making. So this thing comes very handy to you. So the last thing that I wanted to show you is that if you have certain package that doesn't come installed with your Google Colab, so for that what you can do is that you just need to write, suppose my package name is XYZ, so for that you just need to write pip install XYZ, and later after that line you can just import directly XYZ. So this is the way of importing libraries that don't come pre-installed inside your Google Colab notebook. And just the last thing that I wanted to show you is that you can just change the settings here for the theme and all if you wish to do so. So if you like the light theme, you can go for the light theme, or if you like the dark theme, you can go for the dark theme. And I hope that I have cleared most of your doubts regarding Google Colab. And if you still have any doubts regarding Google Colab, you can feel free to write in the comment section. If you like my work, please do hit the like, share and subscribe button.